All right. So let's kind of move on to the PowerPoint slides and our title, Grants, Free Help for Small Business. And then right in here, we actually insert some introductions to ourselves. Did you know that I'm also a author for the book series called Appointment with Ying at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. And I am in my hand, I am working on 10 a.m. So our 8 a.m. is starting up a business. So in this book, we talk about how your situation is and how you start up your business. And we really kind of trying simplify your personality, and you're from heartland and handland or headland. That gives you a different general personality profile. That's how normally approach their business. So you do a little quiz and you know who you are, and then you can find yourself in the book. So it's a book of learning yourself and also how to navigate the US business entity world, right? And then our 10 a.m. book is actually talking about growing the business. There is no such a thing about business growing by itself. If you don't work your A off, and you're not going to get anywhere. And that is just my experience. And we work really hard. My folks worked really hard. We have 40 of us. I'll tell you, every single one of us are coming out of the same DNA. We all work very hard. And if you want to find someone responsive, hardworking, and intelligent, they're all in Community CPA. No kidding. All right. So no responsibility disclaimer. That's another thing before we get into the details, and that's what we like you to understand. Internet information, it's a free service we offer to our community members, and you are interested in our topic, you're here. But if you really want to do something with what we mentioned in our webinars or in our YouTubes, and you want to make sure that you verify that and do your due diligence with professionals, or coming back to Community CPA, and we'll give you detailed steps how to get to where you need to be. All right. The structure of today, I am going through the information offered by government, offered by nonprofit, offered by some profit-making companies like FedEx. So anything that you can apply, free, and we are talking about that here. So first of all, I want to give you a general concept. In reality, there is no free money, right? And you know what I'm talking about. And because there's the word says no free money, it basically says that whatever is free to you, it comes with conditions. So the government can hand over a free money to you, like the RF, like the PPP, and the ERC, and all of these things. They're free. But they do have consequences because there's a compliance review that would come out, right? So those are the things. If you get government money and you want to make sure that your ducks are in the row and you're ready for compliance review at any time, they call you and you have it. Do you know that if you are being audited by Department of Labor, they come around, ask for I-9 for your employee, they give you 24 hours. And if you say, well, I haven't really have time to talk to my employee yet, and they haven't really filled up the I-9 for me yet, that's too bad, very sad, because you're supposed to have that before you hire that employee. So with that said, those compliance reviews don't give you time. When they come, they came and they are wanting document. So you want to make sure that, yes, we're going to enjoy those free money, but please, folks, you want to get your compliance in order, and you want to make sure you qualify before move forward. And with nonprofits, so there's other organizations like nonprofit and or association kind of nonprofit making company. Those companies sometimes they receive award from the federal or state government. That is why they could come out with free money to you. So when you look at the nonprofit, you know that they're not asking anything back from you. They just want to qualify you to get it. They give that to you because they have a quota, or they have a they have to spend that money because they got funded by the government for certain purposes. So with that said, the nonprofit is a way for you to look at to see whether they have something for you because they're not purposeful, business purpose driven. There is another third type of free money coming to you. They are offered by businesses. Businesses like FedEx, businesses like other, there's a couple of businesses here I will show you, but those are business purpose driven. They want you to apply so they can get your information. They're hoping that with some free help and you're actually going in to doing more bigger deal with them or bigger service with them, right? So once you understand these three categories, and when you got the money from one of these categories, and you will know how to deal with that. So with those private companies, and you don't have to worry about what you need to do. They will tell you. They will say that, okay, you have to be, you have to subscribe to our service first before you can be getting the award. That's FedEx, right? FedEx said that you must have a FedEx account as a small business before I can give you this $10,000 if you win. So these are the things, one way to market their business. Of course, they have a good heart. They want to help and they do that. But on the other hand, they're trying to grow their business as well. So with that said, let's look at our first slide. Now you see the first slide, and I'm going to switch screen to the internet, but I want to go through the federal and the state announcement first. So with the federal and state announcement, I have 2 pages here. The last page is just one USDA. So SBDC is a famous government entity and is really at the forefront of disaster recovery. So they have this business recovery centers everywhere. And I listed one for Capitola because this is where our Capitola, our California branch is located. So this is the link I'm going to show you on the website. So don't worry about that. You can take a picture of the slides if that is you want to keep in record, right? And the disaster loan sheet, this one I want to show you because if you are getting into EIDL loan, your EIDL loan doesn't have a term. It's not going to change rate in 3 years and 4 years like that. So EIDL loan has a 30-year term and the rate is less than 4%. So if you could get an EIDL loan, I would not want you to get any other loan, right? So if you're in the disaster, the affected area and you're qualified for EIDL loan, folks, I would go for EIDL loan first instead of going for any other loan, right? It's a loan program. So SBA also has this loan application available for you, and you can look into, I will show you the website. This federal UI assistance, this is for a federal UI assistance is for every state. But for the state of California, is take care of 2 things. Number 1, and when you apply for unemployment insurance, okay, business owners, if you have an S corporation, the C corporation, you pay yourself salary, you can apply for unemployment insurance. You know that, right? So with that said, and your UI application, there's no longer a 1-week holding period, and they just gave that to you. And then the other thing is that you as a business owner, when you pay the state unemployment insurance tax to them, to EDD, and you don't have, you can extend your due date. You don't have to pay it right away. All right. Then, okay. Also, President Biden increased federal coverage of debris removal from 75% to 100%. So whatever you spend in the cost, federal government has funding carved out to help you. So our next page is USDA technical financial assistance. So the USDA also announcing a technical and a financial assistance available to farmers and the livestock producers to recover from the damage. And the impacted producer should contact their local SBA service center to get that. Okay, so this is really important to know. Sometimes the information are so overwhelming Our business owner feels like they don't really know where to begin. But if you are a farmer and you got your livestock, you know, hung up in the area you cannot get to because of the flood, they're in the isolated island and everywhere surrounded by flood, and those kind of help the SPDC would have it for you. So those are the federal and the government programs I want to mention to you first. So let's stop sharing this one, folks. And I want to go into a screen to share with you our another screen I have. So right here, you see what I am sharing. And this is our website. I just want you to see our website. You can make appointment with us right here. We have appointment button. And this is the YouTube channel I was talking about. And be a subscriber. And coming in, we have like over 700 some videos. And if you just search the video content here, and you can find the video you wanted. And we have a really, our content. Someone was asking us, how you come up with your content. I'll tell you that no secret. We just have over 10,000 clients, and every day we have clients say, hey, we want to know this. And then, grassroots, we take that up and we develop our webinar. And of course, it's not me just sitting here knows everything, right? Ying doesn't really know much seriously, but I do study very hard, and I do have my staff prepare me very thoroughly. And Catherine, Dr. Howe, they're like the librarians in our firm. They are the one knows everything actually. So with that said, let's go to see the website. This is the website I was talking about, CDF Capitola. It has the business recovery post-storm support, and they have this business center open for you 8 to 5 that you can go to visit. And then they also talk about low interest federal disaster loans. Those are the EIDL loans I was talking about. And then I also mentioned about the SPDC Open Business Recovery Center in Capitola to help business impacted by statewide winter storms. So that is the link from over here, and where you can go to look at the detailed, the address, when they open, stuff like that, right? And you also see that I have this sheet for you. This is SPDC. This is the SPDC document. It shows you the loan type, and there's a home loan type, business loan type, nonprofit organization loan type, and the rate, okay? And also the years is 30 years. So this one actually need to cover the deadline, application filing deadlines, physical damage. Deadline is March 15, 2023. Economic injury, that is all the way to the fall. So sometimes you got damaged today, but you don't realize your economic injury really that much. You didn't realize what's going on until much later. So this application is open to you, and folks, and just take a note and see whether you would apply. And also, this is disaster loan assistance website. And I got this website right here, folks. You can come in and to see it and apply assistance right here. Okay. And for the California State for EDD, Employment Development Department, this is the federal grants that are available to the state government, to California. So the waiting week for unemployment benefit is waived. As soon as you apply, you get it. The extension for employers to file the taxes is also extended. So that is due to the funding from the government. So the California government covers your interest and the penalty for late filing. Now, the FEMA, and this is increased disaster assistance to California. Remember the debris removed from 75% to 100%. So that is what is happening. Released on January the 19th. I think President Biden was here around that time. I believe it's on the 19th or 18th. And so After that visit, and he saw the debris along the shoreline, and it's quite a scene. And I actually, the office is very close to the sea, so we can see the damages, from here. All right, USDA. This is the last one under the federal and state governmental assistance. So USDA, um, this is focused on the farmers, right? The livestock producers, like if you are chicken farms, those kind of farming industry, and you should look into USDA. USDA is known for the agriculture development side of agency. And if you are in the farming industry and you are very familiar with USDA, so they have disaster assistance program as well. All right, now we're gonna go to slides, informations related to other profit companies and the non-profit company. So follow me on the internet. And this is a FedEx Small Business Grant contest. So what I think I will do is I am actually going to switch screen to my PowerPoint, because my PowerPoint is probably the best place for you to snap a picture. The link is more clear. And when I show you on the internet like this, this link URL is not big enough. It's not big enough for you to really see it. So let me stop sharing the internet and share with you on our PowerPoint. So now you are with me on FedEx Small Business Grant. So of course, the requirement is that you must be a FedEx account owner. So if you are a small business and you are a FedEx account owner, and then open this January 31st, so it's not open yet, but this is a small business grant and chance to win 30K for your business. 10 winners will each receive 30K and a plus 1,000 print credit at the FedEx office digital sales office. Okay, and a plus they also say that if you are a US veteran winner and you will win additional 20K, that means your total winning will be what? 50K. Okay, it says that US based, so cannot be anywhere else. For-profit small business. So you got to be sole proprietorship, LLC, S Corp, C Corp. You cannot be filing 990. If you're filing 990, you're non-profit, not for-profit, and you don't qualify. This is for-profit small business that has a continuous operation for at least 6 months and fewer than 99 employees and has shipping needs. That means you actually have an account. So that's their link. And I actually do have that. I do have the internet open for that too. So what I will do is we will go through a couple of these, then we go back to internet, okay? That way I will show you all of it. So that's FedEx. And then the next I have in line is what called Amber Grant for Women. And this is a grant we actually spoke about several times, and every time we have this free webinar kind of thing going, the free grants webinar going on, and we brought out the Amber Grants for Women, and it's giving away 10,000 every month in this grant money. Each of these monthly winners is eligible for the year-end grant 25,000. So the top winner for the year is 35,000. And it has 2 winners per year, and also give nonprofit for a 10,000 winner as well. However, they are a nonprofit organization, by the way, folks, not like FedEx, right? And they do have a $15 application fee to pay in order to get into their portal to apply for the grant. The next one is a association. So a association typically are a nonprofit organization, but is formed based on IRS Chapter 501c6. So the donation, the membership can be treated as a business expense, but typically if individual donation to association is not tax deductible, it's not like a donation, but for business normally is. So this National Association for Self-Employed Growth Funds, so they have been offered this for a while. And this is if you are a self-employed individual and you want to find a society and a community that you can be with. I am saying that running business is a lonely game, right? You know it is lonely because when you lose money, you don't want to tell anybody because you're worried about your employee to bail out. But when you make a lot of money, you also don't want to tell anybody because you're also afraid of people coming back and wanting more and more from you, right? So I am speaking your mind. I knew it. However, and you do have to affiliate yourself to a group of people that you can speak your mind. And that association can be a place for you. So they ask you to be a member. They're saying that you want to get this $4,000, you have to be a member for a little while. I believe it is 3 months. That's what they're asking. So here they have a $4,000 free money to help you to develop your business. The next one is an Immigrant Entrepreneurs Summit. In this Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit, this is a nonprofit. See, when I say nonprofit, you know that a lot of times what you are getting, it's not supervised by the governmental supervision requirement. It's not a compliance requirement directly coming from the government. It would be a compliance requirement coming from the nonprofit. And if your grant is small, typically you won't have any additional reporting requirement. But if you're getting $1 million or $2 million, I would expect you to be compliance reviewed. Right? So Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit is a nonprofit organization, 501c3, and an individual. Even if you don't have a business, you donate, you can deduct your donation. So they have a program called Underwriting Exposed Competition. What is underwriting? Underwriting is under curtain writing about how you are. Okay, that's my Chinglish come to play out. And English is not my first language. So I understand things sometimes really weird in terms of the English combination. Underwriting, I call it under the curtain, under the table, behind the curtain, and writing about whether you can get the loan or not. These underwriters are secretive people, and you don't meet with underwriters. When you apply for bank loan, the person you talk to, they're not underwriters. They are the agent. They are the agent hired by the bank or their agent themselves. So they get a commission out of your loan. They are the people who put your document together, submit to the underwriter. Underwriters don't know you, don't want to talk to you because, you know why? Because they want to maintain neutral. They want to not have personal feeling attached to you. If you work with your banker locally, I bet you have such a good relationship with your banker that your banker probably, whatever he knows, he will tell you. So the proper internal control by the financial institution is to separate the underwriters into underground bunker so nobody see them. They can make a neutral agreement, neutral decision whether you are worth for the loan or not, right? So with that said, the Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit was trying to expose that, was trying to show you how underwriter works and how do they cover themselves up and to make a neutral, independent, fair decision on lending. So With that said, and at IES, their three business got picked, and they pitch their business. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then the underwriter would decide who they're gonna fund this $5,000 free money. They call that loan, but it's not paying back. It's free. You get it? You walk. Okay. And so the underwriter will tell you, they will come back in, tell you that, hey, John, we didn't give that 5,000 to you because you know how you were saying in your plan that, and you're going to make this much money. And you know, the industry average, nobody makes that kind of money. And you are just giving a very unrealistic proposal, and we cannot believe what you're saying. And then they will go to Smith. Hey, Smith, we didn't fund you. You know why? Because you assume that you don't even need to do marketing and you can get your product known to the whole nation. That doesn't make it convincible. And you can't be letting everybody know in the country without spending a penny. It's just not possible. It doesn't matter how good your Facebook is, right? You can make your Facebook so popular by expose certain things, but it is not going to work with your business. So they give you reasons why they don't fund you. Then the person they funded, they say, we fund you because, and we think that you're going to make it. The business makes sense. We think you can make profit. You can pay us back even quicker than what you said you will pay us back. So that is the whole process of exposing underwriter. Okay. And you can register. See, the timeline is October 1st, 2023. And there is the link. I will show you that. And let's go to our next, go to our internet to look at these four I think we just talked about. All right. So did you see the FedEx one, right? We talked about the FedEx one. It looks like this. So you open account, folks. That's the first thing you do. And if you don't need to open account, you already have account. Hey, go in, log in. All right. Then you will start applying for that. Our second one was this women grants, right? See, that's a monthly Amber grant. This is the one that we have been showing it every time we talk. And then we have this National Association for Self-Employed and NASE. And this is the growth grant. They really just fund business that has potential to grow, Then this one is the IES. See, the IES and underwriting exposed, powerful. That is what you want to learn. You want to be in business. You want to get a loan every time you want to apply for it. You got to understand the process of underwriting. You can apply for the competition, and it's really simple, folks. You know, because it is limited to small business, because it is my majority immigrant owned business. That means that you have to be immigrant, the one who are not born in the country but is an immigrant business owner in the country has to own 51% of the company with less than 10,000 sales over the prior 12 months. See, small, small, small. And because you are small, so you have the 5,000 will be a good value for you. You know, if we give 5,000 to FedEx, who cares? FedEx, like, we don't want it. You know, we want to give out 30,000. You know, you see? So really, and it is not difficult. Our uploading is very simple. We need your budget projection and we need your business plan. And look at that. And we say the business plan doesn't need to be sophisticated. Oh, don't give us 100 pages business plan that you spend $10,000 to buy it. No, don't do that. It is a one page, and then you can get that in. All right. So this is the four I'm sharing with you. But the next I will go through you can see we have more to coming up. So let me stop sharing the internet and come back to our slide again. So we were at, yes, Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit. So our next one, folks, our next one is SoGale Black Founder Startup. Is 10K and a 5K cash grant to Black women or non-binary entrepreneurs. So must have a legal registered business. That just means that at your state, where you have a secretary of a state, even if you are a sole proprietor, you want to register yourself as a business owner, okay? And under secretary of a state, that's what they're asking. They want you to be registered, and they also want you to have the intention of seeking investor and the financing in order to scale. So this is not this, you can tell from the website. You can pretty much sure that if they are a nonprofit, they pretty much end on the org. If they are a government, they end on gov. If they are a business, and typically business, they end on .com. So they have the backdrop of business intention. They want to identify those gung-ho business and will grow, will scale, have a great future, and scalable in their mind. Then they give you 5,000, 10,000 grand, so you can get that realized. You can get that plan be the reality. So they want you to submit information so they can qualify you. So that's one. But that's just really focused on Black women or non-binary entrepreneurs. All right. So the next one is female founders, Black business support funds, free business internet, give you free internet. Okay. Get our fast fiber-backed business internet free for a year, a grant up to 2,500 free business consultation. Okay, folks, this is the business, right? This is the business. So you can see it's a windstream.com. It's a equity investor business, and they're looking for potentials. And they want to give you free money, and so you can be better and possibly become one of their success stories, and that they can also invest in it. So you can see that you must be a new and a current small business customer within our service area. All right. 25 or fewer employee, not in bankruptcy proceedings. Nonprofit is okay. Wine and spirit welcome. And check cashing agency, okay. Gun shop, fine. You know, um, you may not apply on behalf of multiple small business, receive multiple rewards. Okay, so you may don't do that, and you just do it for yourself. If you're an agent wanting to apply for them, you can apply on behalf of the business to get that. So don't need to, have a multiple businesses, all kind of business apply at the together. That's what they were saying. Okay. Go.b. Okay, maybe I misspoke right here. Oh, so I misspoke. Make sure I correct myself here. When we put this on YouTube channel, and make sure that we cut that portion out because I did misspoke. And here it says, the 25 or fewer employees, not in bankruptcy, not nonprofit, not all of these, and you may not apply on behalf of also these small businesses. Okay, don't get excited if you have a winery business. Oh, actually, winery is not included. Is wine and spirit is those liquor store. So winery business is considered agriculture business. So you're fine. All right. So now go.b. The Elevate Fund. The fund was launched to support growth phrase minority and women-owned small business. Growth phrase means you are already there, you're already growing, and you already have a way you have a vision to elevate, right? To go up. For project designed to help stabilize and grow small business led by women entrepreneurs of color. Business has been operating for 2 years. So they're thinking that 2 years in the growth. And let me tell you, and the starting up a business in my world is literally the first 10 years. And then you really grow like when you click that, the mark on the 10. And that at least is my personal experience. Community CPA has been 27 years already. And the first 10 years, absolutely startup. It's just starting up again, every year starting up. So there's so many things that you learn in the starting up stage. When you are in the growth phase, is really a different set of issue. That's why I'm writing the second book. And here they only ask for 2 years. So folks, even if you don't think you're in the growth stage, you are 2 years older and apply. Well, pay 65% of project cost up to 4,000. All right. So maximum 4,000, and grantee are obligated to pay the remaining 35 project costs and amount over 4,000. Grants are awarded on a monthly basis. So it's a reoccurring. You can apply this month, get funded next month, and by monthly basis means they don't have a cutoff. Okay, and make sure that you it's always been submitted the 15th. Before the 15th, then you probably will get the news the next month. So we have a link on that. I will show you the link later. And we also have this California Founders First Job Creator Quest Grant. So for each job creator quest grant, no, they're not making it easy to pronounce. They selected 25 companies and awarded them a grant package that includes a cash award between 10 to 1500, 10K to 1500, as well as a full tuition scholarship to Founders First CDC Business Accelerator Program. Yes. So basically, and this is the money that you can use to pay to the tuition that you can join accelerator program, and a complete full application with the information about your business and the profit and loss statement, all that, and a short pitch video. And the regional specific, this is California. California calls it Founders First Job Creator Quest Fund. So this is the link, okay? And they did say that the founder must be Black, Indigenous, persons of color, LGBTQIA, and the veterans, women located in the area that they defined. So this is the California one. That's why I put the California in front of it, just so we know. The other one is California Dream Fund. Okay, this is a big one, but it doesn't really come in like, oh, I'm a small business, I'm going to write a grant to get a Dream Fund. No, it is actually California Dream Fund was a one-time 35 million grant program to seed entrepreneurship and the small business creation in the state of California. It's a federal backed grant. So the state has the management to it. State is the fund manager, and so they decide how to do it. So that is the federal initiative for the state. The new entrepreneurs and the small business owner join the intensive training program. Is called TAEP program. Following the successful, new business would become eligible to apply for micro grant of up to 10,000. So they want you to go to a training, then qualify for the 10,000. And this is really the grant that is still in the process of disseminating, and they're different. It goes to a different nonprofit as well. So sometimes the nonprofit would get part of the 35 million from the state, and that they will name them differently, or they still call that Dream Fund. Then they will do the work, like they become the tools, the arms of the state government to disseminating this money. But you, as a small business, of course, we don't even know what $35 million is, right? We have never seen so much money. But I just want you to know that those funds are top down funneled into the grassroots. So you want to inquiry of that. You literally can call to your city, call to your congressional representative, the congressmen and women, and ask about it. Ask where to apply for it, right? When we talk about the government, folks, don't forget those senators, those congresswomen and men, they supposed to help you. Otherwise, how do they deserve that ticket? You vote for them, right? So utilize their resources, man. I mean, I vote people and I vote the Congress people. When I have a question to them, they get back to me right away. I vote them. But we have Congress people sitting on that seat and probably just enjoyed the title and they didn't do anything. I placed several calls, never called back. So those are the people, we don't want them to be the public servant. There's only special people. People who are special can be the public servant. And all of these grants we're talking about, other than the nonprofit, of course, you contact the nonprofit, the business, you contact the business. But if it is the government thing, and you will find the government servant who are there, work for you, and selflessly. And that's the people we want put in those positions, folks. So right now, California, we just gone through disastrous flood here in Capitola, and you want, why can't you talk to them? Why can't you talk to these people we voted and see whether they work for you, right? The next time you vote them again or you vote them out. All right, there's several updates like on these quick link. I'm going to show this slides right here. I want you to take a picture of it because we did not, I will show you on the internet, but they're still updating. So there's not much of a new for you, but I want you to know that things are moving forward. So this is the second page. Take a picture on that as well. And now I am going to stop sharing this screen. I'm going to internet to show you where they are on the internet, what they look like. Okay, so that's the first one. That's the first screen. I hope you already took a picture of that. All right, this is the second screen and for look out for update. So now let me bring you to the website that I already linked for you. All right. So now, did you see Immigrant Entrepreneurs Summit page? We ended there, right? Then our next one is this SOGEL Black Founder Startup Grants. So this is how they look like. It is a nonprofit, so they even have a donation button. All right. And you can come over here to start reading and apply now. All right. The next one is the one that we were talking about is the Black Business Fund support. This is the free internet, right? And also grant up to 2,500. And this is a business, folks. It is not a nonprofit. And so you can kind of tell from their website, right? Their .com, and they also have shop now. So this is a business driven, but they have free money to give out if you are their preferred customer. This is go.be, and this is get a business grant for up to 4,000, and you can apply today, right? And this is the grant that belongs to gobe.org. So it's a nonprofit organization. And I am pretty sure the compliance from government doesn't apply to here. And it just the nonprofit will decide on how you meet their requirement. So the next one is the Founders First nonprofit organization. So they have a donation button, grow your company with a grant for diverse small business in Southern California. That's why I call that California grant, right? This is the one that with the 10,000 we talked about earlier. And then this one, this is the Dream Fund, folks. See how that is handled by California government. And this is the about the program and view all the participation centers. So this is where you're going to find people who are actually going to answer your question about the Dream Fund. And you know the Dream Fund is for startup, okay? And you start up and they make you to attend this TAEP program and you get training and then they give you the fund. All right. So with the lookout for update, remember we had the 2 pages over there, and those are the ones we didn't really have each one as a slide, but we want you to know them because we monitoring them. So you can also do that too, folks. So look at this one, immigrants rising. This is the seed grant I was talking about. So you can come to look at that nonprofit organization, folks. Have a donation button on here. Then the next one on that quick link on the sheet is the Restaurant Care Resilience Fund. So this is the Resilient Care Fund, and you can come over here to see what they are doing. And this is a nonprofit as well, and so you can monitor this if you're running a restaurant and just be curious. Just come over, take a look at more details. And then we also have, this is Power Forward Small Business Grant, okay? And this one is the link that I give you, and it's a business grant to create a lasting impact through economic empowerment of Black-owned small business across New England. So this is more towards to the north. So this is an area grant for that area. And we have the Black businesses, BBB, but not the BBB by the Business Bureau, right? It's a different BBB. And this one is powered by American Express. So it's a grant making initiative, provide financial assistance, announcement. Grant period is closed, but 2003 is coming up. So we want you to know. And then we also have LegalZoom. That's on our second page, right? On our second page for the lookout for updates, that's a LegalZoom. This is a business. And they are giving back for the profit they make. So they're supporting these small businesses that owned by people of color. So you can come over to look at that. And there is a heroes grant for ladies. So a digital funding solution for women of color. All right, women of color. And then you have this eSense. This one is also a business. It actually has a pretty interesting site, but they also offer helps to sponsor certain initiatives. So we are looking at send out $100,000 award to Black women entrepreneurs initially. So some promising. We want to know what they do. So keep an eye on that. And this is your Fairless grant, nonprofit, and handled backed by MasterCard. And you can donate, obviously. You can also apply for Black women-owned small business support. The last but not the least, it is our National Black MBA Association Inc. And they have this support for Black-owned business. So it's another one you can look into. And we actually they have prize
listed here. So if you scale up pitch challenge, almost it's like a it's like it's a virtual pitching. So unlike IES, Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit, that's not a virtual pitching. That is a real person, and scare you or not, standing on the stage talk. Some people goes, oh, just for that, I'm not going. Come on. I mean, if you are a business owner and you have fears to speak in public, no. You have to learn how to speak just like speaking to the camera. I am okay to speak to the camera. And I've been doing that for 3.5 years, so I'm getting there. But some people just not comfortable. But I am talking to all of you. There's so many of you today out there. I really hope that you give me a thumb up and tell me that I'm doing good, and that's encouragement. Um, so someone sent me a message saying that are these grants for Californians only? No. So the one I have here, if it is California one, I actually made a note, and majority of them it is national, like those disaster assistance. Of course, it's not just California having disaster situation. If your area is affected, you have that too. So it is applied to all of you unless the one limit say that California, then it is California. Otherwise, it's applied to everybody. All right. So let me stop sharing my website and I come back to meeting you face to face. And please know that we are actually I'm not sharing, right, folks? You're seeing me. So obviously, we do the webinars 3 p.m. Saturday every weekend, and you will get notification if you subscribe to our channel and you came to the webinar before. You would get notification to tell you that what we talk on Saturday. And the Saturday 1 hour is very solid because we prepare, we deliver. So if you want to if you're a workaholic, you have no problem to listen to me on Saturday. But if you occasionally not a workaholic, but maybe alcoholic, that's fine. You can go onto YouTube so we can meet there. And I hope that you have a great weekend going forward. You still have a large part of weekend left over for you. But these are the grants, the free ones. By the way, folks, we have the ERC, right? ERC, employer retention credit, that one for COVID, that's the one still left over. And people, you can still apply for COVID impact related to ERC credit. You have not, and please do, right? And also, we want to tell you that there is an upcoming ERC. There's an upcoming ERC application from the federal government for the disaster areas right now are impacted. So it's not coming up yet, but it is in the working. So if the new ERC come out, folks, it is not going to go through like 941X, 941 amendment like you have right now. It's not going through that, okay? And it will be like, it is actually going to be different. It's going to be a different application process for you to get the ERC credit. I just want to make a note on that. If you do 941X right now, that means you're doing it for COVID one. So that one is a little special, and we have a special ways to do it. So with that said, and I will set you free for the weekend. I will see you again, and I am in California. So just so you know, I'm enjoying the not so cold weather here. I say not so cold because it's still cold, and I expected warmer than this, but no, it's cold. Just I don't have a heater. I don't have heating system, so I have a heater over here. I'll talk to you. Bye bye.